Hi everyone, it's Melanie from Wando Mount Pleasant Library. Thanks for joining us for another installment of our job fair series for teens. Today we're going to talk about interview etiquette. You've gone and scored an interview for a great job, and now you want to make sure that you're well prepared to meet your prospective employer. So we're going to go through a list of some essential, simple but essential do's, don'ts and musts when it comes to attending a job interview. Number 1 on the list is attend the interview on your own. Don't take your parents, don't take any friends with you. It's best that you show up on your own, and that shows that your employer that you're mature and you are ready for employment. The second most important thing when it comes to attending a job interview is don't be late. Ever. Make sure you map out the route before you go, check out the bus schedules, check out the traffic, organise a ride. It's better to be early than to be late, and first impressions matter, and it's very important that you are punctual because you don't want to let your prospective employer think that you can't manage your own time. Another important thing to consider when you're attending a job interview is to dress appropriately. We're actually going to have another video as part of the job fair series on dressing appropriately for an interview or dressing for success. But basically nothing revealing. Don't wear flip-flops, sandals, wrinkled clothes. Don't have your hair everywhere. Just look neat and tidy. But on the flip side too, you don't want to be overly formal. You don't want to look like, you're attending a wedding or anything. Just something that's neat and business appropriate. Be sure to put your smartphone on Do Not Disturb. You don't want that thing ringing or beeping or buzzing, anything like that through the interview. It's very disruptive. Before COVID happened, you usually would shake hands with somebody at an interview, and that is likely to return in the not too distant future. So when you're shaking hands, it's important to remember if someone puts their hand out to shake it and not be afraid to shake it. Be firm in your handshake, but don't be too floppy. You don't need to break their fingers. Alternatively, you don't want to force someone to shake your hand too, especially during this pandemic time. People may not feel comfortable, so you just got to be aware of the situation. A couple of other things that you need to be considerate of when you're going for a job interview is you should know the job. So make sure you read the job description well and you understand what is required so that if they ask you questions about it, you'll be able to respond appropriately. Or alternatively too, if you have questions to ask them, you need to know the job in that case as well. And also know your availability before you go into the interview, so that if they ask you what days you can work, be ready to answer that question. Don't say, I'll have to get back to you on that. Be ready to answer and be flexible. And you should know all of this sort of stuff before you apply for the job. You should also always be prepared for on-the-spot interviews. Often if you're going into a store to ask about job availabilities in person, chances are that you might be asked on the spot to have a chat, in quotations. So just be ready for that. And also if you are going into stores and asking them about a job availability, dress nicely for that as well. It doesn't have to be super formal, maybe not as formal as you would for an interview, but just neat so that you present well. That's always a good idea. You should watch that your nerves don't turn into fidgeting or foot jiggling or pen tapping. These sorts of things can be very distracting during an interview. You want to make sure that you sit relatively still, sit up straight, maintain eye contact. If there's more than one interviewer, make sure you look at all of them, especially as you respond to their questions. A couple of other things to think of too, or to consider in your job interview. First is don't curse, whether it's accidentally or on purpose. It's never a good idea and it looks pretty unprofessional if you curse or swear. Don't be too casual in addressing someone. Use their title. So whether they're Mr., Mrs., Ms., whatever they've introduced themselves as, make sure you use that title, unless they, of course, tell you, oh, you can call me John. Then it's fine to be able to call them John. And don't interrupt people during the interview, or don't interrupt the interviewer or talk over the top of people. Just general good manners when conversing with others is good to remember. After you've attended the interview, it's always nice to send a quick email or drop them a thank you card, just to say that you appreciated the opportunity to interview with them, and thanking them for their time that they took to interview you. It's always a good opportunity then to sell yourself a little bit more if you feel like you need to, or include anything that maybe you neglected to tell them that you think is important or pertinent to the job. And the very last thing that you should remember when you're going for a job interview is to be yourself. The prospective employer wants to know what it's going to be like to work with you, not a pretend you, but you. So make sure you be yourself and be as natural as possible, and just enjoy the whole interview experience. So I hope you've picked up a couple of tips there in our list of do's, don'ts and musts when it comes to interview and interview etiquette. Good luck with your interviews. And like anything, the more practice you have, the better you become at them. So I'm sure you'll be great in your interviews, and we can't wait to hear about the jobs that you've scored. Good luck.